my name's Laura and welcome to my channel. And I'm doing this video today just talking a little bit about skincare and skin products and different things that I use that I think really work and things that may not work. And I want to talk a little bit about Botox and fillers and different things like that, and a little bit about foods and things like that. So I'm going to start off by saying that I hear a lot of controversy on YouTube and different things about people looking older for their age, whether they be vegans or carnivores or back and forth with different things, and showing bad teeth and how the teeth are falling out due to a raw vegan lifestyle and falling out due to a frugivore lifestyle, and then maybe falling out even due to a carnivore lifestyle and things of that nature. So there's a lot of stuff being said out there, and I was scrolling through my videos one day and I ran into one of my videos, which I thought was just my video because it had my picture on it, and it turned out that somebody had made a video, and it was somebody that I've seen on YouTube before, and I've seen other YouTubers on there, so I was aware of who it was. And I think that the girl's name is Char that does these videos, and she was actually really very nice when she had done my video. She really didn't say anything. I have seen other videos that her and other people that have talked bad about other raw vegans, but she really didn't say anything bad. She was making a reference to me being an all-natural raw vegan, and I don't know how that came about. I think she said she was scrolling through and saw that I had made a video on a raw vegan deterioration, and so she decided to talk about it. And basically what she was saying was something that was in one of my comments, and somebody talking about the fact that maybe I might have had Botox or fillers, and she was making the reference that sometimes you can have other things done besides Botox and fillers. And I agree with her on that. This is true. There are so many different surgeries that you can get done to pull this up and to pull up your lips and to tighten your neck. And, you know, there's some invasive things, and there's a lot more stronger things that you can do that would cost a lot more and be a little bit more risky. So, and then you also have the option of using Botox or fillers. So I just want to talk a little bit about my whole situation on that, is that I have not used any Botox in my face in about 5.5 years or so. I had done it for about 3 different visits, which was almost a year that I had invested into Botox. I'm not saying that I didn't like the results, but it did feel kind of weird. The only place that I have ever had it done was in my forehead, and I don't like when I lift my eyebrows and I have those lines over my forehead, and I wanted those gone, and it did take them away. I mean, I could lift my eyebrows and there would be no wrinkle there. So it wasn't something that I had to have done, but it was something that I just did. I don't think anybody has to do any of it, but there are people who decide they want to try something, and I basically tried it, and I did stick to it for a couple of times, and I decided that this was not an investment for me, to have to keep going back and getting it done. And I was also really contemplating raw veganism at that time. I was eating more raw foods about 5.5, 6 years ago. I was kind of getting introduced to that stuff, and I was limiting my toxins and decided to just not do it anymore. It just wasn't something for me. So as far as fillers, I've never had any fillers done at all whatsoever. I don't know what happens when you get fillers or anything of that nature. I've seen pictures of people that have had it done and their face looks too big or too full or whatever. I have not engaged in any of those things. So I just wanted to start off by saying that, and saying that I have been a firm believer in a lot of different at-home things that I call spa, at-home spa, because I do a day where I use spa treatments, and I like to do that. I like to take care of my skin. I also am a really strong believer in water. I'm always drinking water. I probably drink 3 to 4 liters or more per day. Every morning I have drank 2 liters before 10 in the morning. So I drink lots and lots of water, and I think that that's very anti-aging. I think that has helped my skin a lot. I also use these different things, and I have these different methods. So along with a raw vegan lifestyle, which I want to say that I don't try to say that other people that aren't raw vegan don't look good or look bad, or the only thing that I do say is that some people will quit eating meat, but they'll keep eating all of these processed foods and things. And I think that processed foods are the most aging things out there. Just eating out of a box full of sodium, full of all kinds of chemicals and everything. And I do think that that stuff is aging. Whether or not somebody decides to eat meat or not, I don't really say that that is, I mean, as a raw vegan, I could say that if I wanted to, but it was a choice I made a long time ago to stop eating meat. And I did it for animals, and I did it because I didn't like the idea of eating something that had been slaughtered. And so I decided 30 years ago or more that I wasn't interested in meat. I was kind of pescatarian, and then I went back and forth with vegetarian for many years, but hadn't eaten any beef products or any other kinds of animals. So becoming raw vegan, as far as meat eating part, that was the part that I had already been doing. So I just wanted to say that. Now, a lot of people will say that it's anti-aging because of the injections, because of cooking. You have to put things in an oven unless you are going to eat it raw. And I know that some of the raw carnivores feel differently and have different ideas and reasons, so I'm not going to get into all of that. I just want to talk about what I do and what I have been doing. So my raw vegan diet, I believe that a lot of the fruits and vegetables, and there are things that I believe in that do help to keep my skin looking better. And I definitely like to use sea moss and different things of those natures. And I love to, I think cucumbers are very hydrating and good for the skin. Cucumber skins, I always make sure when I juice that I peel the skins and I eat the skins, because those are very good for the skin. So this isn't really like a food video. It's more about the skin, and it's more about talking about at-home treatments. So that's some of the things that I do. And now for the at-home treatments. So one thing that I really believe in is facial yoga. I've been doing that for about 6, maybe 7 years now. When I met this Indian lady, and she had the most beautiful facial structure and skin, and I asked her about it, and she did say that in her country, the foods that they eat, that they do eat a lot of raw fruits and vegetables and things. So I do highly believe in that. But she also said that her grandmother even, it is kind of in their nationality or their belief that they would use facial yoga and things like that. So I started looking into that, and I really do think that that was something that just didn't happen overnight, that you have to learn the movements, you have to give it time, just like exercising, working out with weights and working out, doing different things and trying to see results. You have to do it for a very long time sometimes, and you have to also know what you're doing and understand the muscles. And as time goes on, it's an ongoing process to learn about the muscles of the face. But I firmly believe in this. I really think that it works, and I think people should really give that a shot and really believe more in that, because a lot of people will laugh about it and think that, you know, it's something kind of silly. But if you think about the muscles of the body, why would you not do your face? Why would the muscles of the face not be the same? So, two of the videos that I have been alternating with is this Happy Face Yoga, and then I have this other one, which they're both very good. One of them has more, I think this one, the exercises are a little bit stronger, whereas these have a lot of really good mixtures of exercises. I think they're both terrific. And, you know, I just kind of switch them around. I use a lot of neck exercises that I do. And I think that your neck is very important, that if your face looks really good and your neck, you have all this hanging under your neck, it can make you look older. So I definitely believe in those things, and sometimes I've used some peptide for neck creams and things like that. But I also do some of the derma rolling, and I know this is kind of another controversial thing that people have said it does and doesn't work and you shouldn't do it. I have to say that I only really use this on my forehead and just a little bit around my eyes. I really don't like to fool with it all over my face because it's too strong for all over my face. My face ends up getting red, and I just only like it in the areas where I feel like I need to use it. And what it actually does is it kind of, I'm not going to say damages the skin, but it puts little pricks in the skin, which is like anything when you have injury. It puts some injury to the skin, so it has to heal itself. And eventually, in time, it takes time to see this work, but it will start to kind of fill in the skin, kind of like what a filler would do, or what I think a filler would do. So what you do with this thing, and I know a lot of people might already know this, but you do go up and down, and then you go horizontally, and then you can go in vertical motion. And what I use after that is a more natural, if anybody has seen my videos before, they know that I'm a big fan of the Mad Hippie products, and this has a peptide in it that I use after I do this. And you always want to make sure that when you do this, that you use alcohol. I just have a little spray bottle and douse a little alcohol, and then just kind of sit it inside of that and let it dry out, and then place the top back onto it after about maybe 20 minutes or so. Let it get some air. And so that stuff is very important too, because you don't want to be putting like yucky stuff in your skin. You don't want to get any kind of infections, and you want to change those things. They say 20 uses, and so if you have to mark it on a calendar, I would chuck that thing in 20 uses, because I think that that can make it less effective and can be kind of chancy with getting something, or maybe even not have your results as good. So I usually on Amazon, I just reorder that after 20 uses and chuck it out. And then, you know, use the peptide cream after that. And I feel that that is very effective and it works. I don't know about the all-around face. I prefer to just use the yoga methods, and I always exfoliate my skin. I think that exfoliation is very, very important. If you don't slough off the skin, a lot of times that could be a problem. I also use one of those dermablades, and I don't have those out here. They're in my bathroom, but the dermablading, I think not only does that get rid of the hair on the skin, but I think it also helps to exfoliate. So I do use that also. And one of the things that I really am a firm believer in, and I know that a lot of people think that this is really silly doing this gua sha. I have a rose quartz one here too. I don't know where I laid it down, but anyway, this is a gua sha, and I believe that if you use this regularly, it has a very accumulative effect on the skin as far as lifting, especially in the jawline when you go across the jaw. And there are a lot of YouTubes that you can do, and there's one in particular that she will show you how to use the sides, one side of your face at a time, and it is absolutely phenomenal how you will see the difference in the gravity still on one side and how it looks better on the other side. But in time, you won't see as much of a difference because your face will start to naturally lift and it'll know how to stay up. So I do believe in this. And I notice that if I don't do it for about a week or so, I could see that much more of a difference on one side than the other. So I know that it cumulative effect, it does work, and I would really suggest it more like 3 times per week. And of course, you know, you could use the roller too. I really don't use the roller anywhere but underneath my eyes. I like to leave it in the refrigerator because I do have these hollows under my eyes, and this does amazing effects for that. And I always use eye cream. This is Canvera. It's a very good roller where you're not going to be using too much, and I think that you could also put this in the refrigerator. I like to usually stick it in a little bag, kind of like this. There goes my other Goshua. Kind of like this, and I put the eye cream and the roller in there because it keeps them both cool. And some people have said that they like when this is in the refrigerator and that it's cooler. So also a really good fan of oils. I like to use facial oils, even though I use the Mad Hippie products and I really love them. Some of them could be not so moisturizing, and so they do some great things for the skin, but the moisturizing sometimes isn't quite as good. And I add oils to them, and I love, love, love cucumber oil is my favorite oil to use. Everybody has preferences, and there's some different ones I use too, but for some reason I love cucumber oil. But this particular product, and I'll put these down in the description. I do not have links to these, and I do not have any affiliation with any of these products at this point. I'm sorry about that, but I do put them in the description so people can kind of look into them. And if they look into them on Amazon or somewhere, they can see the reviews and decide whether or not they like them. These are things that I like, that I think work great on my skin. But the cucumber oil is completely natural, and it's unrefined and organic, and it will tell you about these different oils. On the back of this box, it has a whole bunch of oils that they also sell. And I also like to use a mask. This is a lead mask, and a lot of people look really scary when they put this on. It looks like Jason on Halloween, and it's kind of scary. But they have a power button where you can change the different lighting on there, the energy lighting, and each light does different things. Now, I don't really personally use a lot of the lights. I like the red light therapy, and most of the time I just leave it on red light therapy. Now, sometimes blue light therapy is more for if you have acne and scars and things. But now some people have said with hyperpigmentation that the blue lights might make the hyperpigmentation worse. So if anybody has that issue, I would suggest just using the red light, especially if you are looking for tightening of the skin, which I think that this does a great job on that. I also think that if you were to use the derma roller, that you can also use this after the derma roller, because I think that it helps it to kind of go deeper into the skin. That's just my own opinion. These are different things that I've tried that I think really truly work. And so this is another thing that I use. It's a lift wand, and it's a high frequency wand that it really, what it actually does is it really shrinks your pores, and it really helps to, I just noticed that my skin looks very smooth and the pores are very small, and it also works wonders for bags under your eyes. It's got a few different kind of things that you can put on it. You can use this particular one, and this is like, you can go all over your face real close, or you can do, I think it's more effective if you have any kind of acne breakouts and things. I think it's more effective if you use gauze, and you kind of place it on your skin, and then you can go sort of like a half an inch or so away from your face, and you'll feel this little kind of zapping. And I think that that really does do a lot more if you have like more acne, breakout, and things of that nature. But if you're just trying to shrink pores, and you're just trying to use it just for a little bit of tightening and smoothing, it does give your face a very smooth effect. And what I really like about it, to be honest with you, my favorite thing about this product is the fact that I love to use oils on my skin, but oils can be a little bit, if they go into the pores, they can cause breakouts if you have oily skin or things. And if you use this, you can use the oils and you won't have that problem. If you use this on a regular basis, your pores will stay small and your skin will have much less breakouts. And if you ever do have a breakout, you can use this, like if you have any type of pimple or breakout, you can use this right on it, and by the next morning, you know how you'll feel a lump under your skin, it will be flat by the next day. You may still have a red mark that has to go away, but it will be flat. And it also has this comb that goes with it. I really don't use this very much, but I do love this particular one for underneath the eyes. I think that when I use this and then I put my cream on after that, I think it really makes a huge difference in the bags and things under the eyes. So these are the things that I've been doing, and I don't think that using just one of them does the trick. I think the conjunction of different things. Of course, there's a lot of gadgets out there, and there's something that I was looking into on some kind of hydrotherapy or something with water that you use on the skin. There are things that in estheticians' offices that you get done, that there are at-home gadgets or better machinery. I haven't tried all that real expensive stuff. This is all of the little inexpensive things that, I mean, of course, everything is not free. I say inexpensive. I think that each one of these products might have been $100 or just under $100. And, you know, compared to $1,000 and thousands of dollars, or going to a spa and spending hundreds and thousands of dollars and getting injections, it's really a lot more economical. So I hope that this might have clarified to people anything about their thoughts about what they might want to get done for a procedure, or whether they might want to try some of these things or look into different things. These are just different ideas. These are things that I do. These are tried and true things that I believe in. I do have some gadgets that I have bought that I did not show because I don't think that they work. So the ones that I'm showing you are the ones that I do think works, and I really have seen differences, and I like the differences and the results, and that's why I keep using them. So I did this video today without any makeup on my skin, just so people can see what's going on underneath all of the makeup, and that my skin really is pretty good from using all of these things and from eating a really good diet. And these are the things that I believe in. Of course, I like to use makeup. I like creating the illusions and doing all that stuff because it's just something that I like to do. But today I just put on mascara and lip gloss, and my skin is completely natural. So I'm just going to go ahead and close with that, and I'm going to read this, and this is out of James, and it's chapter 4, verse 7, and it says, "Submit to God, resist the devil, and he will flee from you." So I hope that you all liked this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and have a wonderful, blessed day.